Good morning, art buddies, and welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. I think I'm live. I think I am. I think I am. Happy Thursday. Okay, I put my heat on in my room, but my hands are still a little cold. So I put my sweater on. And this one's got nice tight sleeves so they don't get in my way. That's my problem. I have a lot of sweaters with a bigger, hey, good morning, Brenda. A lot of sweaters that have a big sleeve, they kind of get in the way. Anywho, how you doing, Brenda? Good morning, Jacqueline. I didn't expect to see you this morning, my dear. I'm trying to make some room here for my cutting board. I'm going to do some cutting. I did cut some of the paper, the one sheet. Now, some of you will remember that I have this journal where I used the Stamperia Wonderland paper. And if I'm honest, I think I have some of this somewhere that I've already cut the pieces apart. I couldn't find it. It's not that expensive. I bought another pack. So it arrived. And I want to finish up embellishing this journal. And I think it needs fabric and maybe a little bit of frilliness. So I'm going to start cutting up some of this paper and then see where it takes me. $19, yeah. My Kellyanne said the other day it was $7 at her house, and it was 16 here. So I said, yeah, we're having a heat wave. I don't know what it is here this morning. Jacqueline is waiting on her eco dye to boil. Oh, so you're home. I don't know why I was thinking you were in the office. I can't keep my own schedule straight, let alone other people. So I'm going to flip through this paper pack. Now I did cut out, save a little bit of time. There was a sheet with little circles. I think there were 3. I don't know what to do with the other one. And then tags. So I got this part done. So I just have to find a home for these in the journal. Hey, Peggy, good morning. So this is your front sheet. If you're not familiar with Stamperia paper, the front, there's usually 10 pages. This is the 12 by 12, of course. And they're glued on the left-hand side. I'll start pulling these apart. So your first page is, of course, you got your advertisement, but there usually are little sections that you can cut and use. Of course, if you wanted to use the flip side, some of them might be okay, but once you get down to where this is, I like to glue those down because I don't want to see those on the back. So here are some options. Now, I did use him in the book, so we'll see. I should have pulled this apart. Let me get rid of this. I got my jelly bean can underneath, trying to lift that up so you could see it better. Put that over here. Now, I think ideally, for 12 by 12, if you're working on this, is a great background sheet. Maybe not so much for my journal, but there are some really, good spots here that I might be able to incorporate as a pocket. Just keep in mind, if you have any questions for me, if you'll put it in all caps. I have my phone here, but Of course, the battery was low, so I'm giving that a little bit of juice before I set that up. Of course, I could always make more tags. Now, these are really huge. So I might be able to use, I don't know, maybe make a flip out page with these cutouts. Loving that dragonfly. Isn't that pretty? Look, I love the lilac. Beautiful paper, nice weight. I haven't so far ever been disappointed with the Stamperia company paper, their paper. It doesn't want to come apart. So I didn't pull out my little lace bin. I might have to go get that. We'll see. But I want to add some fabric, some lace. I'm not sure about ribbon. I don't have. Trying to think if I have ribbon in this color palette. Probably not too much. Maybe some pink. It's just beautiful paper. I love paper. Teresa, good morning. Skizzers to the rescue. How you doing, Teresa? Are you staying warm? Let's see. What did Peggy say? Yeah, good wait. I don't know if I know. I'm not too. You're doing good. Great, Teresa. I really like graphic 45 paper, and when I first got into this scrapbooking, or really my current art journey, it was graphic 45 that I was kind of drawn to, and I really didn't know about the Stamperia company or Talbella. And then as I was in this art venue for a while, discovered these companies, and I'm not so familiar with theirs. Like, I have to look up the Celestial. I don't know what that looks like, but I'm sure it's pretty. So here you have more tags and little cards, and then you've got the unicorn. This is pretty, isn't it? You can see just a slight little guideline where you could cut these out for some cards if you had a mind to. And this is, this is the back page. Let's do that last. I love the square cards. Oh, well, who are we kidding? I love it all. Wouldn't it be great if you get washi tape in this? Maybe you can. I don't know. I never even looked at that to see if that's a possibility. So pinks and greens and blues. Yeah, that's true, Peggy. Peggy said you could dye some seam binding to match. I don't know that I am too good at mixing colors to get them to match. Of course, Dee Dee is really good at that. I've been watching a couple of reels. Oh, there's a shock. And this one fella, I don't know who he is. It's an Asian guy. I don't even know if they have his name. But he paints on, say say like a wooden fence that has a lot of foliage around it, or it might have a building behind it. He paints an image on the fence, and then he paints the background to match the real background, so you don't know the fence is there. Or it might be a pillar in a building, and he'll put like a big spring. I was watching one, it was a great big spring, and he paints all inside the spring in the background to match the building background, and it just looks like it's there. Amazing talent, but to match those colors. So this is probably something, if I use it at all, I will do this, on my own. But there again, see, you've got the back cover. So for me, I'd either put this on some other paper if I wanted to use it as a tuck-in or a fill-in, but most likely I would glue most of this down so I don't see, the advertisement part of the paper. That's just me. So I'm going to start easy and trim out these. So again, if you have any questions, put them in caps. The Celestials is called Cosmos. Oh, okay. I was thinking it was called Celestials. What's everybody got going on? I know Jacqueline's got a sale coming up tomorrow. So Jacqueline, if you want to put that in, if anybody else has anything coming up or they know of anybody else who's got stuff going on, we can get those links in for anybody that might be interested. We had new windows installed yesterday, so it was a little breezy here. Today, just one of the fellows is back to do the aluminum work on the outside. So really cold. They try to talk their boss into putting it off, and we're okay with putting it off. I mean, the windows are in. There's some kind of discount you could get here in Jersey if you went with the triple pane windows for, energy purposes. Tim Holtz tumbled glass would match. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that, Peggy. So we went with the triple pane, and my goodness, our other windows, you could feel the cold. I might have to do that with the scissors if I'm not getting that right. But we haven't, we don't feel any cold coming through. So far, one day we're happy. We're happy. Jenny wasn't too happy. She wanted to play with the two workers that were here. They were very gracious and sweet with her, but she's a bit much. Those I might trim by hand. I'm trying to think if I have. Let me see if I can do this one. I might have some Jane Davenport washi tape that might work. Not be too much of a distraction. I think this is a little crooked. So last night I was sitting here working on a project, and I usually like to watch. That's when I do like some of my replay watching. So I put Devin on because I missed Devin. She just never ceases to amaze me. Let me do this first. And she was doing something called, if I get it right, colograph. Peggy, have you ever done that? Do you do much on the jelly plate? I don't really know about that. I know you like to repurpose things, but I don't really know about jelly plating. Printing, I should say, jelly printing. And Devin was doing something called colograph. It was so cool looking. I don't know if it would be for me. Thanks, Jacqueline. I'm not getting it right. Okay, let's put this big one away. I did get another shindy carpet, which I was wanting different colors. So I'm going to see if maybe I have some colors now that will work. And I couldn't find a rug that was really what I was looking for, but I found a multicolored one that gave me some blues and some greens, and really some pinks too. Not solid, of course. It's all crazy stuff, but might work. You don't use my... Oh, you gifted your big one and kept your smalls. Yeah, I like to have... Well, I get sucked into that. But she was using fun foam that had texture on it. I really haven't seen... I'm really not a fun foam person. But if you get a chance, I'll have to stop by Devon's to check out. It's really not, even if you weren't going to do it, I think it's just amazing to watch what she does. You know, if you're sitting and working on something and you want a video to watch. She is quite knowledgeable with that gel plate. Shindy. Yeah, the shindy carpet's really just a bunch of crap fabric. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. Really junk fabric. But I like having it to use in projects. Let's see, who all is here? Or do we have any sewers here yet? Or any sewers? Brenda, do you sew? I'm looking for somebody who can help me find. I'm wanting to find double faced or double-sided quilted muslin. You sew paper. I know. I don't want paper sewers. I'm looking for people that know about fabric. I guess I'm going to have to force myself to take a trip out to the actual store. Thanks, Peggy. The person who I'm watching who's using this fabric said she gets hers at a certain store, but I checked their website and there's Gail. You think it might be a hard thing to find? And I looked at the website where she said she gets hers, but I don't see it on their website. So I'm thinking, maybe they don't have it anymore. So in the interim, I bought a while ago from my Goodwill a little quilted uh, blanket for, like a kid, for a toddler, kind of. And it's okay. Hey, Joyce, good morning. Yeah, well, I looked on Amazon and I'm cheap. They are I have a we have a Prime membership, but this one you don't get to use that. You have to pay extra for shipping. And I looked at Walmart and I don't see where they have it too. Of course, online. It didn't go in the store. And the thing I like about what this gal is using is that the quilted part, it's not a wide quilt. It's a tighter quilting pattern. And my little blanket that I bought, it's quilted far apart. So I did just order. I need some fusible, fusible. I'm having a hard time pronouncing my words with my new teeth. Fusible interfacing. So I think that's going to arrive today. And I had something called, it starts with a T and it's real stiff, but it's not fusible. Eileen Lyons had recommended it in a live. I was participating in. And, I was in the chat, and she recommended this I don't know. Anyway, I had to use my fabric glue, which is okay. And this is pretty stiff. I think the fusible, there's that other sheet. Oh, maybe no, there was a bigger one. This is really stiff, like to use for like the bottoms of handbags and stuff. I have the label out on my kitchen counter. I was cutting it. Oh yeah, I've got these too. I'm looking for that one that had the big squares. This one I think I want to cut out. Oh, Etsy. Oh, that's an idea, Gail. Okay. Now, girls, didn't I say these are really big squares? I know I did. I thought there were 4 on the page. Well, here we go. Okay, I knew it wasn't that loopy. I got to get my cutter out again. All right, let's see. I hope I can figure this out to make a flip out. Might be too big. We'll see. I could trim. Hey, Patty. Good morning. Nice to see you. All right. Good. Didn't hit the camera. That's always good. I'll wait on these. All right, now where did I put my journal? Here we go. I still haven't decided about a closure either. Okay, let's just see if this will even be a possibility. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to trim. I could use maybe one of these smaller ones too. If I put that there and I could flip it this way. That's a possibility. I'm not liking this. That's gonna change. I don't remember inking these, but I guess maybe I did because the coloring is different. I've already got a pocket there. Oh, I need something for under there. Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking about, if I tie something around it, but what I'm not liking about that idea is then it has to go across this, which, I guess it would be okay. Blur. That I'd have to trim. I could. Let's see, maybe maybe about a half inch. Let's see. All right, let's see if I can actually get started on something. Wouldn't that be great? I feel like I don't know if anybody else is like this. I feel like when I'm working on a project or I start something, it takes me a little while to get like my mojo going, like to get in the groove, to get my mind going. Then once I get started, it's like I don't want to stop because then everything just starts to click. At least that's how it happens for me. I'm just like, I just want to do one more thing. It's just kind of fat, but I still have not. Of course, I haven't cleaned my desk off completely either. I still haven't found my vintage photo uh, ink pad. I mean, I have two of them. I can't imagine I threw it in a bag, but you never know with me. It's very possible. Very possible. think I might have scored that on the wrong edge. I don't want it there. Oh, heaven's sakes, Lori. Oh, for heaven's sakes. Well, I didn't do that. I didn't do this correctly. Oh, I could do it that way. Okay. Oh, I could really scoop that way. Then I wouldn't need the washi tape on this one. Yeah, vertical elastic would certainly work too. All right, just adding a little bit of my. Do I look crooked? I keep looking at my. I keep thinking I'm crooked. Your little great nephew had his ultrasound yesterday. Not his ultrasound, his MRI. So cute. They gave him giggle juice to kind of make him relax and then like fall asleep, so he stayed still. Mm. Okay, this really could be a writing space. Now somewhere, where's that front cover? I think it was a cover. Maybe not. Not this one. Oh, maybe. Here we go. Yeah. See, I do like using this side. But see, I've got these over here. One of these I think would look nice here. Maybe wings to fly. Yeah, I hear you on that, Patty. That's for sure. Well, maybe I'll use my roller to get a little rip going here. Oh, they do? Like, I know the CAT scan thing. I know you can go. I'm a bigger gal, so that's always a concern. I always think they're not going to be able to get me out because it was such a tight fit. And last one I had, the nurse said they have, if you go down into the city, they have a big one that's open, which I have to remember that. But when our son was younger, he had, I mean, little, he was not as little as Griffin's my great nephew. Griffin, oh, that's going to be a little longer. All right, so let's just do this. Griffin is 3. Our son was probably 5 when he had to have an MRI. And our son is and was ADHD, so he couldn't lay still. So they said, we'll give him this. They didn't call it giggle juice. I don't know what they gave him. And she said it should, knock him out enough, so he could lay still. Well, and some people, when they give you some stuff, it has the opposite reaction. Oh, I should have inked that before I put it down. So for our son, he was like a little drunken sailor. He still wouldn't stay still. He was talking, chatting up a storm, and he was walking all over. Of course, we didn't have phones then. So no video. And they said, we can't do it. We'll have to figure something else out. You might as well just go home. So we put him in the car. I mean, he wouldn't lay still. We had a station wagon at the time. So I was driving. My husband is 6'4". We put the back down of the station wagon. We had to put Brian back there, and Ron kind of just put his arms and legs over his arms and legs to try to keep him still. We couldn't get him even strapped into the car seat. So, not a car seat, the regular seat. I don't think he was still in a car seat then. Anyway, we're halfway home and the kid passes out, just falls asleep. So we pull over. I guess, where did we go? We had to stop in and use a phone somewhere. Maybe we got all the way home. I don't remember. Gosh, my son's 38. Our son's 38 now, so it's been a while. They're like, bring him back, bring him back. So we popped him back in the car, strapped him in, and went back to the hospital, and they got the MRI done. But it looked like little Griffin was knocked out yesterday, so I think they made out okay. Now, if I just glue the 3 sides here, I can use that as a little tuck spot. So that's what I'm going to do. And then you could also journal if you wanted to be. Brenda said, my daughter has lymphatic malformation on the left side of the face. They knocked her out for an MRI. They go in through her mouth to reduce it. The first time she had surgery, they gave her the goofy juice. She was sucking her toes. She had 4 other surgeries, but never sucked her toes again, just saying. How about that? Oops, I want to do the top. All right, where did I put my baby wipe? Okay, I'm thinking maybe a little something there. Another thing that I pulled out that I want to look at, I think I want to put some metal in here in this journal. See if I have anything that I think will work. I'm not quite sure how I want to do it, but oh, I think this is the wrong box. This isn't the one I'm looking for. Shoot, this is my Timmy's stuff. Let's see if it's in this other box. See, I'm always forgetting I have this stuff. I'm trying to remember. Nope, they're all beads. I know I just saw it. I just saw it. Well, that might have to work. I might have to wait. You know how you have those little, they're real bendy and they're like just like little squares of metal stuff. I think that would look cute. All right, so I got a couple of little things in there. Okay, oh, that's where I used, oh yeah, let's cover that up. This is where I was, last time I worked in this, I don't remember what day it was when I streamed. I got out some other Stamperia paper and used some of that bug stuff. The colors kind of went with it. I could use that. Well, our son, I think I've probably shared this before. As an infant, he had they discovered he had a hernia. So once we discovered what the problem was, they didn't want to operate till he was a little older. So a little older meant 4 months old. So he had a surgery when he was 4 months old and 4 years old for hernia repair. And so when he was 4 years old, of course, he was walking around and stuff, you know. They gave him that goofy juice. And there was a big overstuffed chair in the waiting area. Of course, there's all these kids, you know, walking around their little hospital gowns with their little tushes sticking out. So there was a mom there sitting in this big overstuffed chair reading a book to her son. And Brian climbed up on the arm of the chair and snuggled up next to this strange lady and then took his hand and started twirling the hair on her head. Oh my gosh. I'm looking at her and she's lipping to me. It's okay. He's fine. He's fine. But that time, you know, the juice worked as it should. It was so cute. It was so cute. She was so gracious. Kids were so cute, you know, wandering around all half dazed. Yeah, when our son, when we put him in the MRI, even though he had fallen asleep, they said he could wake up at any time, you know. So the nurses were concerned, or the techs were concerned about that. So I went halfway in. So if he did wake up, you know, I was there to say, "It's okay, Mom's here." But he didn't. He didn't wake up for. He didn't wake up for several hours. It was not funny, but years later discovered our daughter had written a letter. She was going to run away because Brian got so much attention. But there were health things that needed to be done and checked out. And of course, she was not much older than him. Our kids are only 14 months apart. Um, but she never said anything. And we did stuff with her and we took her places and she got to do, her things she wanted to do. I mean, I didn't really see where I felt she was being ignored, but she felt like she was being ignored. Okay, I like that. That looks better, I think, than the bug, the regular, the bug, the bugaboo bug. All right, let's see. Hi, Christine. Good morning. All right, so this I think needs a little something, a little piece of lace or something across it. Let's see how this looks. That's a different size. Maybe just the two. All right, we'll use Fabri-Tac for this. How you doing today, Christine? What are you up to? Gail, does Elvin mind going out in this cold? Our dog doesn't seem to mind it. You waited for 6 months, Joyce, for your son, sir? Yeah. He did really well. He had one of 4 months, like I said. That was easy. I mean, they just put an IV in. I couldn't nurse him or anything, but he was okay. He wasn't crying like he was starving or anything. So um he just kind of stayed asleep. You're doing great. That's good. So glad to hear that. And yeah, they just took him away, and surgery didn't take that long. And they brought him back to me. He was still all hooked up, but they worked it where I could nurse him. And of course, he was witching around a little bit. So the IV, he pulled the IV, and they called the anesthesiologist in and wanted to know if he wanted to, like, put it back in. He's like, on an infant? That's just waking up? No, he's fine. So, and really, he didn't. I don't remember the 4-year-old when he was 4, the surgery, like him being in a lot of pain either with the stitches or anything. He did really well. He did really, really well. I think we'll do the upside down pocket. Yeah, she goes out and she's like her little paws are so cold. I saw in Five Below these little like boots you could get for them. Well, I guess you can get them online too, but I can't imagine she would keep those on. Her paws feel so cold to me, but she's out there, and there's not a lot of snow out there, but she comes in every day with her nose covered in snow. She doesn't seem to mind it. And then we're like, it's cold, come in. But a couple of days she just is at the back door, but most days we have to call her. No, he won't keep them on. Yeah, I was thinking that was probably, she'd have them off and be chewing on them. Okay, now in this, there are some smaller cards that in this paper pack that I think I can tuck into those spots. And at the time, I thought, the dictionary pages were a good idea, but they're really kind of, I don't know. I guess they're all right. So let's make a pocket on the other side of this page. I really like, this is one of my attempts at eco dyeing. And it got kind of wrinkled, but I got some cool colors here that really work with the colors in this book. When it was down below 0, Gail said the past few days he didn't stay out very long, even with the coat on. Yeah. All right, let's see. All right, before let's see if I can jazz this up a little bit before we put it on. First, let me do a little inking. And then I'm going to see what I have to maybe put on top. Of course, I could put another little something to add a pocket. I don't know if it's better or worse, having more choices or not having so many. I used flowers in the summer. I don't remember which, and I did those a long, long time ago. So I just picked stuff out of our garden, and then I layered it in between my pages, and then bundled it up, and then put them in water that had white vinegar in it, and then boiled them for like an hour, hour and a half. But they're several years old now, Christine. I can't tell you exactly what I put in that paper. And with that, what I put on the paper. All right, I'm looking for something, a thin strip of something pinkish that I can trim off. Oh, maybe I should look. Wait a minute. Maybe I have a piece of fabric that will suffice. Let's see. Let's see about that. Maybe a little piece of fabric. No, I don't want that. All right, my phone's charged pretty well. Let me put that over here so I can see chat better. Let's see if that will look okay. I don't know. I've got that piece of muslin too. That might be okay. This might be a little too wild. Oh, Brenda, that is so. Oh, that's adorable. I mean, not that she was crying, but what a tender heart. What a tender heart. Maybe I'll trim off this imagination and put that across there. That might be nice, huh? Okay, let's take a little extra off here. Now, this might be kind of a pain. If I glue that on, I wonder if that'd be annoying. Hmm. Hmm. All right, let's ink this. This is one of the things I struggle with. Sometimes I rush and I glue stuff down and don't think about some of the other possibilities. And then I'm playing catch up sometimes to rework an idea or add things on. So sometimes I have to say, slow down, you're moving too fast. I'm going to put that up there. Glue this here. So 2 different glues. This is my Fabri-Tac. A little, I keep moving my wipe its little nozzle. Little bead of glue across here. Recap. Whoop. She's already a good nurse, and she just kicked it up a notch when that happened. That's one thing that I think and their job is hard, believe me. Don't get me wrong. When I was so sick in the hospital, I ended up in the hospital 17 days one time. And I was walking around the floor trying to get my exercise in that they wanted me to, be moving and walking. I almost stopped in this one room. I mean, this older gentleman, he was ripping this poor nurse a new one. The hospital. Good morning, Jilly. Good morning. Good morning. This hospital, these nurses. I mean, they were so good to me. They all worked on the same floor, so he had the same nurses I had. They couldn't do enough for you. you know? It was just, and this man was old enough to know better. It was just uncalled for. He was just, and I thought, is that how people really, talk to these nurses that are taking such good care of you? I mean, I just was appalled. Just appalled. All right, so instead of making this a pocket, I think I'm going to make it a tuck spot and just glue on two sides. Yeah, I mean, I remember when my dad was in the hospital so much there at the end, and the nurses would say to us, "We just love him. He's so great. He's so not like." Aren't most people? I mean, our dad was a great guy, but he just, even though we didn't feel good, he didn't take it out on the nurses. He was always very appreciative and respectful because a lot of people aren't that way. Oh, look, I've got wrinkled paper there. Hold on, let's put couple little clips. And then you have the nurses' aides that would come in. Oh my gosh, these women were so fabulous. No, 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 I'll do that for you. No, 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 I'll do it. They were, I just, this was down at a hospital in Philly. Um, where the heck was I? Penn. Oh, I think I was a Penn. Oh, they were just amazing. Yeah, well, I had a run in with a guy. I was malnourished, if you can believe it, when this was all happening to me, and they had me before they could do the surgery. They had to get me renourished, so I was on the stuff they called milk intravenous, and it was a whole procedure. It was like the nurse would come in, everything was packaged up. This is before COVID. Gloves, out the wazoo. They had a special package they opened that put out like a placemat kind of thing. And then they opened up the stuff they had to give me, all that laid on the placemat. Everything was super clean, and it was a whole procedure. So that's what I was used to. And then it was one night this male nurse came in. No gloves, no placemat, no covering or anything, just ripped open the packages and started to change my IV. And I'm not really a person to really like question or say anything. And I said, "I'm sorry, excuse me, but the other nurses like take so much care, and everything's covered. Where are your gloves? It's supposed, oh, it doesn't have to be like that." And I said, "You know what? I don't want you putting that in there unless you do it the way it's supposed to be done." So he was, then he was slamming stuff around. He had to go get another one and put on gloves. I mean, he was not happy with me. But then a little while later, he came back in, he apologized, and, we got talking, and we ended up being, pretty good buddies. But he had some personal stuff going on with his kids and stuff, which, he knew shouldn't affect what he was doing. But it's really one of the first times in my life I really spoke out about, but he was wrong. He was wrong. And I was already having a pretty hard time. So I'm thinking maybe a little pocket back here. I think I need something down there. I didn't have a problem after that. You know, with anybody. I mean, he was the, by that time I had been in several days. I didn't know when I was getting out. You know, I was concerned about, really, to tell you the truth, I thought I was on my way out. I was sick, girls. I was sick. All right, that's, I have to take, see, this is where I get carried away, I guess. But see, I see this little, it's not right. I have to trim that off. I have to trim it. So I'm wanting to put this in my Etsy shop. So I just want everything to be done very well. Yeah, maybe, probably with some of that in there. She's like a Doogie Howser, huh? Well, he was young. I guess that was the premise of that show. But all right, so now in the front of this journal, I've got a little bit of fabric there, so I don't think that looks too terribly bad. But this, I think I could put a little lace, maybe. So let's see. Now it's going to be a small pocket, but that's okay. Should have a loose piece here. I'm not sure this is the right lace for this spot. No, I think I want something a little wider. Sorry if you can hear that hammering there. He's working right outside my slider door here. All right, I'm going to go grab my lace bin. I'm going to take a little sip of water. I would think the majority of them are good nurses. Just like the majority of teachers, I think, are good teachers. But you have you run into some where you say to yourself, "Do they even like children? Look, like why are they in this profession?" But I think most people are good eggs. Let's see. Do I want this in? All right, let's see if I can root through here. The problem with embellishing, I think, embellishing a journal is, when do you pull the plug? When is enough enough? Like, you know, when do you say, okay, I think that's enough? Because you just can keep going and keep going. I might be able to use that in there somewhere. And then, of course, we've talked about this before many times too. Like, I have all this stuff, but I don't want to use it because I like it so much. And that's got to stop too. I've got to start using some of this stuff that I've been hoarding. I mean, this is why I purchase this. That might work. Nah, that might work somewhere. That's, oh, look. It says little pineapples. I thought they were butterflies, but that's the top of the pineapple. Who knew? I didn't realize that's what that looked like. I've been wanting to make a yellow journal, yellow cover, and mostly like all yellow stuff inside. Don't ask me why. I just have it in my head that that's what I want to do. And I think I might do it this year. That one's kind of, well, I could trim that maybe. You know, it might be annoying now that she looks much younger than she is, but when she starts to get my age, she's going to be a happy girl. You know? There's Kel. Hi, Kel. Good morning, my dear. You warmed up any, Kel? Okay, let's declip and declamp here. Oh yeah, working on the back. Okay, let's see. I don't want this for here. Maybe this. I could kind of. I think that'll work. Whoa. So I said to my neighbor, we should get out our. She said it's going to warm up towards the end of the week. I forget what she said it's supposed to get to, but it's not very warm. I said, well, we should get our shorts out. Get the shorts out. All right, I'm going to fray this edge. Now, see, I got a little bit of a wrinkle there. I don't want to have to. Maybe I'll do this part. Should I leave a little? Maybe I'll leave a little tail. All right, so let me flip this. Get my Fabri-Tac. Curtis said, my cousins in Mobile, Alabama got the first measurable snow in 15 to 25 years, depending on, I guess, who you ask. They were in shorts playing in snow. That's where Keisha is, isn't she, in Mobile? Mobile? All right, I'm going to snug this up a little bit, I think. Now, I was saying earlier, somewhere I have little metal. Oh, maybe is it there? No, they're my waxes. Little, I just saw them, and of course, in Lori fashion, I moved them. Little metal decorative pieces. So I think I'm going to put this here, and then maybe put a little metal piece on this corner. I'm not gonna look for them now. I can look for them after the stream and add. We're going to the post office. Woohoo! I love this field trip. I remember Holly took me on a field trip one time. Holly used to go every day and get a Coke at a gas station near her house. Call shotgun. And she took us. We got to meet the lady at the register, and all right, so 3 sides, gluing this down. I'm very sloppy with my glue today. Of course, I didn't eat anything yet. I need to eat something and then take my medicine. I'm not used to planning and having to plan, teeth prep in the morning. So I didn't sleep at all the night before. I slept well last night, though. And I didn't want to get up, so I kind of was taking my good old time. Could always put that on there too. That would look cute on there, wouldn't it? All right, so let's let that dry. See, I get carried away. And now I think I need something on this page. Don't you think? Oh, yes, Gail, it's Thursday. Maybe a belly band, huh? A belly band would be nice. Let's see, what do we have that we can use as a belly band? Well, when you're in this stage of life, when you're not looking at a calendar every day, it's like I'm always saying to my husband, "What day is it?" Clueless. I really don't look at a calendar. Oh, see, this is what I was looking for. I think that might look cool. Let's see what that looks like. I really don't remember inking all these pages. I just can't imagine I would have, but this is definitely a different color than, okay, Gail. It's definitely a different color than this. I maybe they're 2 different sets. All right, I don't think I'll leave it open over here. See, the problem with my small cutter is that it doesn't take the 12-inch paper, so I got to bring up this bigger cutter. I guess I could have ripped it. Might rip the top. I didn't check the other side. I guess I should have. It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. All right, so let's do, now I got to be careful because I want to get that, I think. Now, I may not end up using that, but at least I have an option. It may be, it might be okay. Or do I want to go this way? Oh, maybe I want to go this way, girls, huh? Or I could do that. Things I cut that off straight. Kind of like it that way. Let the inking begin. Do 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 do. Vertical. Yeah, I agree, Peggy. Thanks, Kel. Do 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 do. And I want to ink this to mimic that so it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. I also do the whole thing. I can use this in another part of the book. Alrighty. So I'm going to put the glue here. What's everybody else working on? Anybody working on anything? I'll let that set up a minute, give it a chance to dry. I've got this here. Oh, Gil, I would love to see. I was thinking about that the other day. I would love to see that. I have a red and green fabric that I liked, and I started making yo-yos. Oh my gosh, I don't know how long ago, thinking I would make a runner for our kitchen counter or somewhere. I don't know. I just like the way the yo-yos look. Okay. Oh, that would be so great. Yeah, I was doing a belly band and then I decided to do the edge of the page. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Well, I have a project in mind. I'm not going to say what it is because I have to do the prototypes and figure things out. But my sister had gifted me a Joanne's gift card, and then I saw somebody on the internet said they're going out of business. I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought I better use it. So I ordered something that I think I already said this, that I can cut circles. I need to cut circles. I just can't even imagine cutting all the circles for a yo-yo comforter. Ooh. The other thing I like is those penny rugs. Oh my gosh, I love those penny rugs. I've always wanted to make something with those. But, I'm ADD, I get distracted. Sheesh. Really, Peggy? Oh, okay. So that might arrive today. Let's do a true belly band here. This page is a little fiddly. I don't know if there's a fix for that, but probably not. All right, so now I've done a couple of things where I've added to some pages and I've created a couple of places where I can tuck stuff. Now I need the stuff to tuck. Oh, it has, Peggy? So I haven't gone in. I'm so content to stay home and play at my desk. All right, so let me do a little snip-a-doodle here. A little ink. Little inky dink. All right. How long we been here? An hour and a half. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. All right, let's see. That's so pretty. I love this paper. I love this paper. I'm thinking about something sheer on top of him that I could see through it, but then you could lift it up. I don't know. It might be something in my that's too dense. Maybe what's this? What do you think, girls? What do you think about that? Hmm. I'm thinking about that. I'm going to think about that. See if anybody chimes in. Thumbs up, Peg says. All right, it's a go. This I didn't ink. You know what? Maybe I'll use one of the circles here. I didn't do this well. Maybe I should put this on a string. Gail likes it too. Okay, sold. Maybe I'll put, oh yeah, maybe I'll put that little bit of ribbon up there. See, this is smaller. Is anybody in here like actually journal? Like if you use a journal or make a journal, do you ever use it yourself and like use it just for art, or do you actually write and journal in it? I don't write and journal. The ones that I have made and kept, I just use it for art stuff. This needs some kind of a flag on it. I'll put a flag on there. And then of course I need something on the other side. Let's see. How about these little butterflies? Let's put a punch a little hole in this. Just eyeballing it. That's a very little hole. And somewhere on my crowded desk, gotta move some of this stuff. I did move some of this stuff off. I'm starting to get hungry. Gal's only used her do for art. I guess if I started to journal and got in the habit of doing it, see, I'm like, what do I write? Ugh. And then I'm such a pill about how it looks, you know. It doesn't. But I see other girls or videos or whoever, and you know, their writing's not that great either. But once they start writing in it, it looks cool. So I think I have to just get over myself and just start doing it. You know. That's a cute tag. Okay, so I need something. I had a couple little this will work. I have a little bit of embroidery floss left over here. It's more of a brown color. I think I can use that here. Just a little something in the hole. Oh, I got to tell you, I am loving those pens. Gail mentioned it, and Devin, that Fixin or whatever they're called, Fixion, the pens that the ink disappears with heat. I'm working on another project, but even with like doing hi Bonnie. Miss Vonnie's place. Vonnie, are you the Vonnie that paints with watercolor beautiful roses? Vonnie said, I have a journal for writing stuff in it, encouraging messages to myself, motivational sayings, a few photos that express my feelings. I love it. Yeah, I think it's a good thing. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying for me, I don't know what I just should make myself do it. The Vonnie I'm thinking of, the name was different. Doesn't mean it's not you, but the Vaughn I'm thinking about is a fabulous painter. You wish you could paint different, Vonnie. Well, nice to meet you. Thanks for coming in. All right, so I'm just going to trim this a little bit. And see, look how boring that page is. And then I will put some kind of little tail on this. Now, what I'm thinking for this first page is if I add the ribbon, I could offset it and make that page appear longer. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Now the hard part is cutting straight. Oh, I don't have them here. Well, these might work. These are also supposed to be fabric scissors. Now, this one girl that I've been watching a lot of lately, she said, even if you have new paper scissors, don't cut fabric with them because they make your fabric move. I had no idea. I know, right, Vonnie? Well, see, that's me. All day long. And I put off even getting a nap because, all right, so I need to trim it here, I think. This is what I do. This is a non-fabric person's sheet to cut. An attempt to cut straight. I make a fold. I attempt to make a fold. You're making jewelry? Cool. Kellyanne, she makes jewelry. She does beads. She's heavy into beads. She does beautiful work. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tugging that, trying to hold it straight and giving it a little snip, a little snippety dip. Whoop. I want the smaller piece. And then I'm going to fold it here. Sometimes I pin it, but if I'm honest, most times I'm too lazy and I just fold it and go for it. It's, they're junk journals, right? It's not really junky by the time you're finished it, but it's not supposed to be perfect or look like it was made in a factory. So there you go. Of course, this is very crooked. So I'm going to line that up there. All right, I'm just going to run a bead of fabric tape, fabric glue. Oh, paper jewelry. Oh, are you quilling? Is it quilling? Nice. All right. It could have been thinner, I'm thinking. All right, now I'm going to lay it across the bottom. And I'm going to have to do some trimming up there. So now, this is just the Grosgain ribbon that I coffee stained, that I had in my stash. And I'm gonna move this up so it reaches the top of the page. So I'm just gonna add more glue on top here. if I can. I should have waited maybe a little bit. And then I'm going to go get my fabric scissors that Kel gave me. They're out. I have a fabric project going on, so I've got a mess out in the kitchen. Now I'm going to take my little plastic protector sheet, put under there. And just got glue on the finger. Yeah, it's okay. Probably could have zhuzhed it up a little bit, but that'll be all right. Now I'm going to leave that sit there like that. Thanks, Jacqueline. So and then I'll be able to flip, or whoever can flip that up. Might put a little something down there. But this has to all be trimmed. And then we'll see. The backside doesn't look too bad. All right, let me go get my scissors real quick. I'll be right back. Twirl around in my chair to get going. It sounds so delicious. Things on the kitchen counter drive my husband crazy. He's got all my fabric all folded up. Look, I just recently purchased stuff from Wilhelmina. Her name's Sandy. I don't really know her. Actually, I was watching a live sale and I thought it was somebody different selling. Not that it matters. Look how pretty that is. It might work in this book somewhere. Ooh, or maybe on the other side. Okay. Glasses down. That girl is right. You use these Fisker fabric scissors and it don't move. The fabric didn't move. It's not moving. It's not sliding, which is good. That's what we want. Okay, now I'm going to spin this and I'm going to trim off the bottom to match the page, I hope. Very carefully. Snip, snip. I like it. I like it. Mm. Now, of course, that doesn't look too bad. Yes, Jacqueline, put in your sale. And then see, not crazy about this side, but see, let's then get this. Let's put a little bit of this there. Let's have a little bit stick over the edge. Oh, maybe not that much. Let's do it. Let's do it. Angie Brown. Hi, Ange. How you doing, kid? I call Angie a kid. She's not really a kid, but she's a kid to me because I'm so old. All right, so adding a little bit of that fabric glue. Kel, your car's dead. Oh, from the cold. Can Brian jump it? Ron's fussing with ours. It needs air in the tire. Does anybody ever hear this was, you're doing okay? You don't mind if I call you kid? Thanks, Ange. Yeah, from the cold. Does anybody remember, were they in the live that Dee Dee Will, this is years ago, she was telling the story of when she lived in Alaska, and she would just wear a big sweater, and I guess she was taking the girls to school, and she stopped somewhere to pick up something, and it was like, I don't know, below something, I don't know. Oh, the battery is fine. Anywho, she ended up locking her keys in the car, and all she had was a sweater. Thanks, Jacqueline. This freezing cold weather. All right, I decided to make that a little loop. I need more glue. Let's get this set first here. If you do that and you use your pokey tool, you just have to remember to clean it off so you don't get a buildup of, glue. Yeah, glue. You need a little glue there. My husband, God bless him, he just doesn't, I don't think, he says he understands, but I don't think he does about my teeth. He keeps telling me stuff that we have to eat in the fridge. I tend to forget what's in the fridge. But I can't freaking chew anything. So I just ran into the kitchen to get my fabric scissors. He said, I did buy more ham and cheese. I said, well, it sounds delicious. I wish you could chew it. I just can't chew it. Uh, so I said to a couple people, Jacqueline being one of the people, and my sisters, I feel like such a wuss, for complaining and having a hard time getting used to these partial plates. So I went into my dentist. Oh, look, is that crooked? Is that crooked? It might be a little crooked. Well, we're going to have to do something about that. Where's that little, I've got that little flower doily, not doily, but what are you attached to? Okay. There we go. Oh, yeah. You're going right there. So I went over to the dentist for another adjustment. And he carves away what he needs to carve away, puts the plate back in my mouth, and I'm in agony. I'm like in near tears. He's like, the plate's not even, it's not even touching that. And I'm like, it's so sore. I got to get it out. I got to get it out. So he's got his, he's like, let me see in there. So he checked in front of my teeth, where your lip and your chin hooks to your teeth, but he didn't look behind my teeth. He said, oh, you're talking about back there. I'm like, yeah, it's back there. He's like, oh, no, 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 don't tell me. And then the little assistant girl, she's like, let me see. She's got her head in there. She's looking. And she says, oh, no. I'm thinking, oh, geez, here we go. I have a bone spur. That's why I'm in such pain. I have a bone spur. It's got to work its way out. Bye, Gail. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of your week. Stay warm. So, nothing to do except, it's got to work its way out. All right, I'm thinking one of the little cutouts could go here, and then maybe that could be a tuck spot. See, I'm off on another tangent here. These look so bright. Now I've got her there. Maybe this little gal, I could cut her out. And then maybe if I get ambitious, I could cut out some of those butterflies and glue them around. That might look cute. We won't do the butterflies now, but let's try to do this little gal. And this is the back page. So ramped up the salt water rinse. He said you got to do it 4 or 5 times a day. So I'm telling my sisters, and my youngest sister said she had one once. Her dentist was on vacation, and she was in a lot of pain. So she called, the person that the dentist had set up as, an emergency. So she goes to them, and they say there's nothing wrong. You're fine. Just, we don't see anything. You're waiting for a tow truck. Oh my gosh, Kel, are you outside? Anywho, her dentist returns from vacation. So she gets in to see him, and he said, you've got a bone shard. Unfortunately for her, it had started to poke through her gum. So he just took a pair of tweezers and could remove it. I'm not there. He said, my dentist said sometimes they just dissolve. But I don't know what it is putting the plate in. It's not, he's got it adjusted. It's not hitting where that shard is, but I cannot tolerate the plate in. So I'm doing the salt water like a crazy person, hoping that this thing will, come out. And pray I don't get any more. The top plate feels pretty good, I have to say. Not bad. Not bad at all. See, I'm thinking about just cutting this off. Yeah, let's just do it. Nobody's going to know. Don't tell on me that I cut that off. You can't really see that even This has to come out. Boop. Get that little particle out. Cut around her little toes. I didn't realize Kellyanne was out in her car. I thought she was just telling us. So I've been eating noodles, which, is not good. Yeah. Yeah, try not to think about it till you have to. Hey, Sherry Van, hi. Nice to see you. Good morning. Is it still morning? Just about. Just about noon. Um, yeah, stuff like that. I try to not let myself think about it till I have to, Ange. But really, to tell you the truth, I mean, and they just did a Twilight for me, and really, I didn't hear them. I didn't feel anything, nothing. So you'll be fine for sure. And you're probably going to be thrilled with the results. I know when my neighbor had it done and my mom had it done, they were like, didn't even need their glasses. I was sitting back in my chair doing this. Trying to get into that. You're inside the hot dogs. Okay, honey. Where were you headed, Cal? Do you have an appointment or were you just going out to get groceries or something? I hope you have a full tank of gas. That's one thing my daddy would always say. As soon as the weather got cold, make sure you always have a full tank of gas. Might have to use my knife to get into those little spots. I was going to let my friend. Oh, no, maybe that could be the issue. Hopefully, it's nothing major, Kel. Got to paint, girly. Oh, got to go paint, girly. Nice to meet you. All right. Thanks, Vonnie. You enjoy your day. We should have asked her the temp. Got to be a lot warmer than here, huh? So my 96-year-old neighbor has gals that come in to help her because she needs help. Well, she needs help doing a lot of things, but most of it is she's afraid of falling. I'm encouraging her to ask her. I don't know if she's a social worker, but there's some lady through the county that she speaks to that helps her get these gals that come in and help her with, things at home, like getting a shower. She can't do that by herself anymore. I'm just thinking, I think I'll use my knife. But it's hard to keep them. A lot of them are transient, like they're moving all the time. Well, the last girl that she had was really good, but her husband's in the service. So, they move a lot. And part of the thing for Betty is um, she's afraid of falling, which I understand. Oh no, I got my blade in the wrong way. Okay, this has to twirl. It's not twirling. Um, which I get, but I told her she needs to ask the lady about an occupational therapist because I know there are ways that they can teach people how to do different skills that they need to do for living at home alone so she feels confident and safe, you know? So she's supposed to do that. But in the interim, the cold weather affects her in that her workers can't come to help her because kids are home from school and the mom can't leave 3 kids home alone, you know? So now she's back down to just having one. She had 2 aides that will come in to help her. Now, because the one gal's husband got moved because of the service, this isn't as easy as I thought. I keep trying to, although my husband doesn't think, I think she could do okay with this in assisted living, but my husband thinks she'd need more help than that, but I don't know. I don't know how they determine that, but she's really against it. But this is such a hard thing for her to constantly be trying to find help, Oh, she is, Ange. Okay, thanks for that update, honey. Oh, I will do that. I wish they could figure that out for her. Okay, so cutting around all this really takes time, but it looks so cool when you do it. All right, and I got to make sure I didn't miss anything. That's rough. That little walk, it's rough there. Trying to not tear it off. Yeah. I have a really teeny tiny pair of scissors. I think they're out by my comfy chair though. These are really kind of big. Let's see, these are a little smaller. And when are you scheduled, Ange? Isn't that the 10th? Did you say, honey? I have to put it on my calendar. Okay, so now let's put that back. Get my little finger dauber. I can't even look at the Ciao Bello paper because there's so much of that stuff I want. I have the lemon one. They don't call it lemon. It's like very, I think it's like very Tuscany Italian blues and yellows, like some tile work. It's just beautiful. But they had some Christmas stuff a couple years ago I was looking at. I didn't pull the trigger. Oh my gosh. Beautiful paper. I love paper. I love paper. I love yarn, fabric. She may not make the best tuck spot, but she'll look cute. She'll be all right. I wonder if I should try to reinforce her there. I don't really want to. Oh, you know what I could do? I think I will cut that butterfly off and I could glue that down flat. I wonder if that would be a good idea. Maybe I should just have the tuck spot across the top. Kel, did they give you a time frame, like how long you're going to have to wait? I wanted her more over to the right. That might be difficult. I'm just going to put the glue on this outside edge and then her little tootsies here. Okay. And it says, I found a video on how you can write on this Cricut. Joy, I subscribed to the lady. She was a big help. I haven't tried it, but I'm going to later. Ooh, that sounds fun, Ange. I didn't realize there were different. Oh, I guess that was silly. I just didn't really think about it, really. The different models, like the Cricut Joy or whatever they have. Different ones. Were you surprised to get that, Ange, or was that something that you had had asked for Christmas? You really seem to be enjoying it. That's really cool. Okay, she's not stuck down. Let me cover this. I got to get in here and press it. Let me get my jug. Ah, where'd she go? There she is. Okay. Okay, now when I'm off air, I'm going to cut out some of those other little butterflies and put around up in here. I think that'll look cute. So we've got that done. I need a tuck thing. I need something to tuck in there. Oh, let's see. I've got those smaller cards somewhere. One of these might be good. This is like a business card size. Oh, that's so fun, Ange. What a great gift for you. I love coming up with an idea to give someone a gift where they like are going to lose their minds. It's mostly my grandson. All right, I'm going around these corners because I'm a fuss budget. Oh, really? That's cool, Brenda. So we're back. All right, here we go. Now, when I'm by myself and I'm not doing a live or recording, I can go a little quicker. I do have to say, though, sometimes I talk to myself. And I usually do break out in song at some point. Okay, so the back of that's not bad. All right. I forgot to check the back. Now I'll add other things in too that are not the paper pack, like your guest checks or an old postcard, things like that that I have in my stash. I have a couple little mini books. Probably, maybe I should make one. I don't like this in here. It just doesn't seem to go. I have to put something else on that, but I can use that for something else. So this could go here, really. I could use a couple. I've got plenty. I don't want to use the wrong scissors. Where the heck did I just have those scissors? Oh, set them over here. Good night. And when you stop to ink, of course, it all takes time. You don't have to ink. It just depends on your taste and, what look you're going for. I just really like it. And I like things to look finished. See, you probably can't even tell, but see, that's like a white line. I don't like that. Maybe most people wouldn't even notice it. It's very possible. Oops. Look, I should have looked at the back. Oh, look, I cut the, stink. Oh, that's right. That was the front cover. That's all right. I cut that dragonfly. Sorry, buddy. So sorry. Yeah, that's good. That looks okay there. That's very good. See, I got some more of these I can cut out. Let's get this little guy, and then I'm going to move on to another page where I got the belly band page, and I've got that little tuck spot that I put on the edge of the page, and then, of course, the back cover. You think so? Thank you, Peggy. I'll have to dig through some of my other, tickets and stuff like that. I like the journals that I've purchased in the past. I like having all that stuff in there. Does anybody notice Stamperia? Do they have washi tape to go with their paper? This belly band's really kind of loose, so I could really fill that up. All right, let's see. Yeah, that'll work. Let's round the corners. I love all the little detail stuff. I always end up flipping my chomper around the other way. I guess I don't line it up properly. Sometimes I think, oh yeah, that's a good one. I did that one good. This one I'm not getting right. Let me try it this way again. And then I could always put like a guest check or something behind this. I think I might need a little bit of height, but for now, this can tuck in here. For now, at least we got a little something, something in there. We got something there. This, I'll work on that when I'm home alone. What else did I do? I think that needs something. This needs something. Come on, come on. I did not, no, I didn't glue it down. Wait a minute. Did I glue it down? No, there it goes. All right, so this, I don't care about that. I can just whack that off. Let's whack it off. Oh, Brenda, this was about 6 months after I lost my son. Oh, wait a minute. I got to go back. As a question you asked when I was driving, I make journals and give them away. I have one that was a challenge journal I kept. I have one that I made when I joined an art therapy group. This was about 6 months after I lost my son. We met for 12 weeks, built a journal, then used it for mixed media art. I did and still write in it, but don't share due to the, yeah. We talked, shared, cried, laughed, and created. Oh, Brenda, how wonderful that you did that. That's so good that you did that. Yeah, I'm not opposed to. I hope I didn't make it sound like I'm opposed to journal. I'm just not. First of all, I'm not disciplined. We can see that in a lot of areas of my life. Um, always room for improvement and to grow, right? Try not to get too down on myself about those types of things. But like Barb Owen, she's faithful to hers. I mean, she really fills up her journals. I even tried doing a diary, which basically, I mean, it's kind of the same thing to me when I was a kid, you know. And I love going back and looking at those. Now, I'm not going to put, I don't think I'm going to put anything on this because it's got to slip in that pocket. I might add more to this pocket. This is really tight. But I want this to close. I think somebody made me this. Peggy, was it? I don't think this was, it could have been. Peggy, did you make me this and send it? Somebody sent me. I know you sent me a bunch of small envelopes, all different sizes and color papers and stuff. But this might have been part of that group. All right, let's see. No, it wasn't. I think that was one of yours. So something will be done on that page. Oh, maybe I can do a girl facing the other way. I'm not going to take time now. Look here, I need some other stuff in. Let's just go ahead. I can finish these up later. Put little, oh, that's tight. That's tight. Let's cut this one real quick. See, I can sit here and watch a video, a replay, and fuss with this stuff. This, I think I need to do something with it. I'm thinking maybe I need something to hang over this page. I have to think about that. This, I need something. See, I knew there were 3 circles. I just didn't pull them apart. They were kind of stuck together. I wonder if no. I wonder if I trim this and cut that. This could be a little hidden pocket. Well, maybe I won't cover that. Look, it's a little poem. Hold on, wait a minute. Maybe that doesn't need to be covered. January, by this fire I warm my hands. February, and with my spade I delved my lands. March, here I set my tine to spring, Tynge. April, and here I hear the phallus ring. May, I am as light as a bird in bough. June, I weed my corn well, I now. And now, INOW. July, with my scythe my meat I maul. August, and here I shear my corn full low. September, with my flail I earn my bread. October, and here I saw SWAWE, my wheat too so red. November, Martin's mast I kill my swine. December, and at Christmas I drink red wine. That's anonymous. I almost covered that up. I'm not going to cover that up now. Maybe I'll put something over here. But I do want to put this on. I'll leave that there. I'm going to glue that on. These are pockets. So I'll remind myself. I don't think these are going to stay here, but let's just put them in as a reminder. This I got to cover up. Not that I'm not liking those. I mean, I like the page, but not for in this book. Oh, that sounds cool. That sounds cool, Ange. I forgot you were doing that. Maybe I'll work this somehow. I'll keep that in there as a reminder. Got a lot of reminders. Look, here's another poem. Oh, this is from one of those Stoddard books. I love those books. This is kind of not a heavy paper, and so I glued this, I stapled this on. It's kind of flimsy. So I'm thinking maybe I'll attach one of these cards and sturdy that up a little bit. I think I'd like to do that. That needs something. I know I've got a couple belly bands here. I think that might be okay. We did that. I need something in there. I think I'm going to go ahead and trim this one as well. Look at those lilacs. I love those. And this can just pop up in there. See, these are double-sided, so that's good. Maybe I like that one better. I hate to lose those lilacs. All right. Oh, yeah, my tuck spot. What shall we talk? Oh, look, this matches. Oh, maybe I'll make that smaller and that circle can fit right down in there. And then maybe I'll put a string on this to make it like a tag. This. Let's think about one of these. Let's see what we got left here. Of course, they still have to do something with the cover. Oh, look, that matches too. Girls. Look, let's fold this. And then I'll get out of your hair. I'm going to use my board so I get a nice crease. I'm doing the Juliet Child, just brushing my crumbs on the floor. Okay, here we go. Let's do the small 1/4 inch rounder. And are you using all different kinds of recipes, or are they like, it's the wrong sign, Laurie? Stink. Okay. I flipped it the wrong way. Are you using like, do you have any grandma recipes, or are they like recipes from like a church book, or just your favorites, or how are you handling that part of it? Okay. All right, so 6 inches. I'm going to go 3. I guess it's going to go that way. Now I'm going to dig through my Jacqueline paper. I'm pretty sure I have some paper that's going to go really well in there. I'm going to put a couple of pages in there and stitch those in. So this will be like another little journal. I think that'll work fine. And then I'll get my die cut out that matches that to get that in there. So that, and it says, no, I'm making pages with paper and tags. And also people can put their recipes. Oh, so this is for your festival. I had a lot of people at the town festival asking for recipe journals. Oh, very nice, Ange. That's a great idea. Okay, so that'll work. And then I just need, oh yeah, I need something to tuck here. Let's see. That's too big. You know, there's some taller tags in here. Of course, I could cut whatever I want, but see, look how cute they are. That would look cute in there, would it not? Let's just do it. What time am I at? 12:30. Well, if you need to go, you just go. You just come and go if you need to. Kelly, you still there? Oh, see? Rats. So I'm going to have to do something with that. I don't like that. Maybe Jacqueline paper will go on the back of that too. See, that goes good there. And then I could really put something else down there. All right, so I need something for here. That I could make smaller. Might be a pain to get that out though. Oh, look, that matches that one page. Let's go back. See, this is why. Look. Perfecto. That can all go in there. Butterfly. Don't have a butterfly. But this I can trim. Oh, look, that makes a little pocket. What was I going to put there? Oh, metal. Yeah. Well, I think this. Maybe we'll do the little dragonfly. And I'll put fluffy stuff out the top. That might look cute there. That one's really ornate. I could chop off the top and bottom. Oh, decisions. Brenda said, I'm working on one to write in a monthly wrap up at the end of each month, collect quotes and maybe a few snarky thoughts. I may end up giving it away too. That's a great idea too. I love the snarky thoughts one. They're so fun. Wonderful. We are a clever group, are we not? Well, how much fun was this for me? I enjoyed today so much. So thanks for indulging me with my project that seems to never get done. I think I want some kind of, I think maybe Peggy or I don't know if Jacqueline suggested something under here and then maybe a button. But I really think I wanted to wrap this way. So I'm probably going to glue this down. I wonder if I just take a piece of the paper and trim it just so wide. And then I've got a little bit of color underneath there. You know, like this strip here. Not this one, but, I'll look through. I'm thinking I might do that. And I'll just have the green cover and a doily and the button. I got to go through my doilies again. How did I say this to last night? I'm going to go, maybe Kel. I'm going to go dig through my doilies. So that'll cheer me up, make me happy. Look, here's one. This has to be trimmed out. That might work. We'll see. All right, I really need to go because I need to eat some lunch, get my medicine. I have to go to the loo as well. All right, thanks for coming in. Got to meet Vonnie today. That was fun. Don't forget Candy. She's still experiencing that dizziness. It's been a long time. That can be so oppressive, when you're just not feeling well for a long time. It's not easy. It's really not easy. And I know there are probably others in our group that you know about them. Just keep them in your thoughts and prayers. And it's Thursday. Jamie was on last week, so I don't think she's on now. I'm sure there's others on, but there's other things to do. Tomorrow is Jacqueline's sale. She usually comes on around 4 Eastern Standard Time, and she's got eco dyeing things she's working on and dyed paper, and she usually has a variety of things like that. I know, Angie, it's wonderful that you have that relationship. So with me and Jacqueline, she's kind of like one of my kids. And Kellyanne, they're very special gals to me. And Peggy is always there. Peggy's got my back. She's a good support and sounding board for me at times. Yeah. This is a wonderful group of ladies. And if you're replaying and you're watching and you can join us live and get to know some of these ladies, believe me, it will enrich your life. They will enrich your life for sure. Aside from the art, it's just been a wonderful experience for me. Okay, so before I start becoming a blubbering fool, let me sign off. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Please don't do anything silly. If you're going to be out in the cold weather, bundle up, cover your extremities and just take care, okay? Because your car could break down and then you got to be bundled, all right? Those of you that are in places where we're really experiencing some really cold weather, okay? All right, so until next time, which for me, schedule wise, is Sunday at noon Eastern. I hope to see you then. And don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. I hope to see you soon. Bye bye.